So is Donald Trump going to die? Well, we're all going to die. Is Donald Trump going to die today? Doubtful.
No.
Soon? Maybe.
He's 79 years old, and Alex Jones, one of his preeminent supporters in the new media ecosystem, although Alex Jones is kind of a new media pioneer if you think about it.
He's been for 30 years.
Yeah, exactly. New media for 30 years. But one of Donald Trump's preeminent backers is deeply concerned actually about the state of Trump's health because of the images, because in part of the images that continue rolling out of Trump with bruised hands and very swollen ankles. So this would be one. We can roll through some of this. Trump reappeared on Monday after questions had been raised. He reappeared on Monday with the bruises on his hands again. We've seen sort of splotches of foundation rubbed over the bruises at different points too. So sometimes you see the bruising visible, and then sometimes you see the foundation like right there. If you're listening to this, it's exactly what you think it is. You've probably seen the pictures already on your own, but that's what Alex Jones is going to be reacting to here in this clip. And again, Ryan, Trump, 79 years old, probably not surprising to anybody that he might have some health complications. Let's roll Alex Jones, B2.
Because you can see him declining faster and faster. It's not super bad yet. I predict Trump is going to have some type of collapse within the next 12 months at the current trajectory. I'm not saying he's going to collapse. I'm saying if he doesn't take his foot off the gas pedal, I guarantee you, and I've got stamina, way better than most people. If I had Trump's job at 51 for a month, I would have a nervous breakdown. I've seen a lot of signs of Trump declining. The fear that he's getting sick, that who knows what's going on. His ankles are giant. That usually means serious heart decline. I mean, liver failure too. But his eyes aren't yellow. So he's saying, I don't know if I'm doing a good job. I don't know if I'm going to get into heaven. I hear I'm not doing a good job. This is the President of the United States calling into Fox News in the morning saying this.
Okay, so what Alex Jones was just referring to, let's skip ahead to B5. This is Trump talking about how he will, asking whether he will go to heaven in regard to ending the conflict in Ukraine.
If I can save 7,000 people a week from being killed, I think that's a pretty, I want to try and get to heaven if possible. I'm hearing I'm not doing well. I hear I'm really at the bottom of the totem pole. But if I can get to heaven, this will be one of the reasons.
And finally, here's what the White House has said about the bruising and the ankles. We'll start with B3.
Recent photos of the president have shown minor bruising on the back of his hand. This is consistent with minor soft tissue irritation from frequent handshaking and the use of aspirin, which is taken as part of a standard cardiovascular prevention regimen. This is a well-known and benign side effect of aspirin therapy. And the president remains in excellent health, which I think all of you witness on a daily basis here.
And then we can go ahead and move right on to the next clip about the ankles.
In recent weeks, President Trump noted mild swelling in his lower legs. In keeping with routine medical care and out of an abundance of caution, this concern was thoroughly evaluated by the White House medical unit. The president underwent a comprehensive examination, including diagnostic vascular studies. Bilateral lower extremity venous Doppler ultrasounds were performed and revealed chronic venous insufficiency, a benign and common condition, particularly in individuals over the age of 70. Importantly, there was no evidence of deep vein thrombosis or arterial disease.
So a benign condition in people over the age of 70. Two things, Ryan. One, I think we've learned it's important to pay attention to this in the last 4 years, that the executive, I mean, I guess we didn't have to learn it. I don't know if the media actually learned it, but I think we've had let's just say a lesson in why it's important. A real world example, as they say when you're in elementary school, of why these things are important over the last 4 or 5 years with Joe Biden. Secondly, Alex Jones is known, especially on the right, for being something of a, what's the right way to put it, a Nostradamus-like figure.
Canary in the coal mine?
And, well,
or like what?
Tucker Carlson, for example, will say everything Alex Jones claims comes true, basically, right? Like, that's the meme.
Oh, so if he says something, people are like, oh, They get nervous. It's like the opposite of Jim Cramer.
Yeah, it's the opposite of Jim Cramer. When he makes predictions, people have said, now you really got to listen to Alex Jones because he predicted X, Y, and Z. So
On the left, we have a hard time even understanding that you guys take him seriously. But he seems to have almost had a renaissance, or did he never go away?
No, I think he did have a run. I think the post-Sandy Hook trial, he's quite literally sobered up, but also just, I mean, I don't know.
This is for people who didn't follow. He said the whole Sandy Hook thing was completely made up.
It was
One
all
of the most insane.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, he does get taken a bit more seriously now. And in part because people feel like they've looked back and realized that Alex Jones said things they felt were true.
Not that, but
All that is to say, Ryan, people are going to take that seriously coming from Alex Jones. And people like MAGA is going to take it seriously coming from Alex Jones. So what do you make of the White House saying benign, okay, everything's fine?
I mean, I'm not a doctor. I do know it's not good when your ankles are swelling. That's suggestive of, yes, circulatory or heart problems because the blood's going down, it's not coming back up. Like I mean, there can be other things that cause swelling, other fluid issues, but in general, that's why they rushed him to get that looked at. Now, certainly, like he is shaking hands with like alpha dudes and alpha women
Howard Lutnick
all
just
day
keeps
long.
ripping.
Yeah, who this is their chance to shake the president's hand. They're coming with their A game. And I'm sure every time he's like, oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, you see my hand? You still had to do that? Macron almost, like, ripped his fingers off, remember?
Yeah. But then didn't he almost rip Macron's fingers off?
Yeah, right. And so now everybody knows that it's going to be like a handshake off.
So there's nobody but himself to blame.
Yes, really.
Well, you heard it here first. Ryan Grim, not a doctor, but we do have some comments from someone, a
He's
self-styled
also not a
expert.
doctor. Is he a doctor?
I think he's. Well, let's just
He
roll
works
the
with
clip.
doctors.
B6.
The president's congestive heart failure is getting worse. I'm a home health physical therapist with a doctorate in my field. I see congestive heart failure patients on a daily basis. The reason I know that he has congestive heart failure is because of the swelling in his feet and ankles. And the reason I know it's getting worse is because he's sitting behind the desk on camera now. He lashed out against MSNBC for giving him hash about his ankles. This is how we know that something is true, because it gets to Trump. Remember recently where he was talking about going to heaven for some fucking reason? He says, people said I'm not doing very well. I don't think he's talking about the media. I think he's talking about the doctors who are treating him. The only reason his health has been maintained at all is because he has the privilege of getting IV diuretics, spironolactone, Lasix, Bumex, something like that. That's why his hands have been bruised and covered with makeup. Badly, I might add. We know that it's getting worse because he knows he cannot hide the degree of swelling. That's why he's sitting behind the desk. Oh, he also has chronic kidney disease, which is also contributing to the swelling in the feet and ankles. I can't tell you how many times I have seen a patient in their home because they were hospitalized for AKI, or acute kidney injury. And the kidney injury was caused by nephrotoxic medications, namely diuretics, spironolactone, Bumex, Lasix. The president is definitely getting sicker, and we know he's not going to change his diet because he's such a fucking idiot. I think he's going to be around for 6 to 8 months tops. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Ryan was losing it during that clip. It's blue and on a horseshoe theory with Alex Jones, basically.
Yeah. My favorite part is I'm a home health aide with a doctorate in my field.
It's a doctorate in my
Wait. In your field. So he has a PhD in something.
Could mean a lot.
Yeah.
There's a great moment in Friends where
But this is a viral clip. Like, we're not just picking any random
Oh,
thing.
yeah, no, this went very
clip was
viral.
going everywhere.
Yes. There's a great moment in Friends where someone asks, Ross is trying to insist that he's a doctor because he's a PhD in like paleontology. And Rachel's like, yeah, Ross. If I'm having a heart attack, what I need is you there with your fossil brush. Yeah. That's the equivalent of what we just watched.
Although at least that guy works with old and dying people.
That's
so
true.
like if he was a friend of mine, I'd be like, yeah, let me hear your experience in life of like dealing with old and dying people.
And then you'd come on here and you'd say a source.
It'd be like a medical
knowledge.
source with a doctorate in his field says to me that he has 6 to 8 months.
Listen, Trump was tweeting at like, I think he was tweeting at like 1 a.m, just about, I'll have to go back. I want to say it was about Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
I think we got an
Right.
early morning tweet about, True Social post about Cracker Barrel. Like the guy sleeps 5 hours. Then again, he'll golf 18 holes Saturday, golf 18 holes Sunday. He seems to eat whatever the hell he wants. So I don't know if he's in great health or horrible health. It could be one of the two.
We know he will not die in his sleep because he doesn't sleep.
The odds are low.
Yeah, so J.D. Vance, I don't know if he's getting ready, lacing up. I don't know. Trump's life force is attention. So I find it very hard to believe that whatever diseases he has in his body can overcome the power of that life force.
He's going to live forever.
Well, throughout at least until he's no longer president, because once he's back and sitting around with like real estate guys again, then he could decline quickly. Like when somebody leaves the Senate. It's like how when old folks get, one of the spouses dies and the other one dies within 6 months. That's what happens to senators when they leave office. Within 6 months,
they leave their real spouse. Yeah.
Within 6 months, they just wither because they're not getting that energy, that life force anymore, which is the adulation.
You lose your access to the adrenochrome in the kid's blood when you leave the Senate.
I've heard people make actual medical arguments that around this like life force creating sense it's some people in particular are particularly able to like suck it up, and Trump is definitely one of them. He's the first president in his first term who not only didn't age, he left office like looking better than he came in. So finally, maybe gravity's catching up with him, but that gravity has a lot to work against because he absolutely loves the spotlight and thrives in it. Like a lizard on a rock.
Hey, if you like that video, hit the like button or leave a comment below. It really helps get the show to more people.
And if you'd like to get the full show ad-free and in your inbox every morning, you can sign up at breakingpoints.com.
That's right. Get the full show, help support the future of independent media at breakingpoints.com.